right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
Welcome on in, everybody, to NorCal Sports Network. The Giants move back into a first-place tie with the Dodgers. We'll break it all down for you, and we'll crank up the music because this was a fun one tonight, everybody. Giants win it by a final score of, 6-2, Lou? 6-2?
You are correct, sir.
All right, and this show is brought to you by Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin County, licensed in all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs, 415-613-9483. They specialize in personal injury. You got one, give them a call. Don't settle with an insurance company without calling Chapman Law Group. Let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. And you know what? I think it's time to get a little bit louder, Lou, with the band. Everybody, let's tune the band out. We'll hear them at the end of the show, but what a night. Let me text Casey real quick here and congratulate him. What an awesome night. We will, let's see. Hold on.
Dan, while you're doing that, I apologize, chat, for wearing this sort of blue purplish thing. I was actually at the House of Prime Rib tonight. I had a little end cut, as you guys can see. And what was great is there was probably 5 or 6 people listening to the game. Nobody listened to the NBA game because tonight it was a huge game. And first of all, I want to say 2 things. It's amazing how 24 hours can change everything, because last night part of the chat and some of the people know who you are, and people online gave Dan's favorite player a ton of what, and like a good pro, he said don't worry about it. He took the blame, and tonight he stepped up. And this is I expect you guys to apologize to Dan, because hey, Dan took it like a man last night. So
hey, look, I don't need any apologies. It's just, look, I'm just been telling you, I've probably been watching baseball longer than many of you guys in the chat have been alive. And I played the game, and I played it for many, many years. And I recognize talent. And, talented guys make mistakes too. And I'm not saying that Casey is going to have a, all-star major league career, or that he, but what I have said is, this guy can hit, and everybody says, oh, he can't hit. He can't hit. Look, if you know anything about hitting, and if you ever played the game at a high level, you got to be able to get consistent at bats. I mean, you can't go up there once, twice every week or two and, be on your game. So I know he's hit the ball at the minor league level. He hit in college. He's hit at every level. He just needs to get some at bats. And of course, like anybody, you guys, some of you guys would have had Matt Williams canned and sent to purgatory after his first 2-3 seasons. He could not hit at all. He was hitting 200 after 3 seasons. And look, it takes guys time to adjust. You could see that Casey's made adjustments. He doesn't chase everything outside like he used to. So, I think he's going to be a really solid player if the Giants just let him play. And we know that Matt Chapman is the third baseman. Casey knows it. He knows that, look, he's just holding third base until Chapman comes back. But the Giants are going to be okay with him there. And he's played in 5 games, and they've won 4. And 3 of them, he's had a direct contribution to winning the games.
I was going to say that. 3 of them. I mean, I'll take the error and we lose 1 when it really wasn't his fault.
Hell
but
yeah.
The other 3, 3 and 1, that's $750. I'll take that any time.
Yeah. Would you trade me if Casey blew 1 out of every 4 games, but he helped you win the other 3? Would you take that all year long?
I'd pay him right now. Yep.
It's like unbelievable. So, guys that just want to say he can't hit, give him time. Maybe he doesn't. I think he does hit. I think he hits over 250 in his big league career because he was a 280 hitter in the minors. He was like a 290 hitter in college.
And you've been saying that, Dan. It's not like it just happened. No. You've been saying it for 2 years. The exact same thing.
I said the same thing about Ramos.
Does not lie. Yep.
I said the same thing about Ramos. Look, I'm going to be wrong on some evaluations, okay? I don't know everything. Scouts are wrong sometimes. Guys you think have great talent. Guys get drafted number 1 overall in sports, and they don't make it. They flame out. It happens. I just think he's dedicated. You can tell he's built himself up. He's got a lot of strength. I mean, that ball was not hit for the meek tonight, guys.
It was not 444 feet.
Not too many players can hit the ball that far, that high. He crushed it. I mean, you could see he's built, and he played solid, made all the plays tonight, third base. Fittingly, he got the ball the last play and threw him out at second. Game over. Made a nice, beautiful catch in the outfield, over the shoulder catch. So, look, like I said, I'm going to be wrong many, many times. And I could still be wrong on Casey. I just think what I see is if I was, and I think I could probably hold my own with some scouts. I think he's got a pedigree of a ball player. So, but yeah, that's exactly what I said, Mark. If they fall out of contention, I would trade Webb, but you keep Webb on this team if they're in contention because they could win it all with this pitching staff. If they get another hitter or 2, if Dominic Smith holds up and hits and they get another first baseman somewhere, they plug in the right field situation a little bit. Let's say Chapman comes back and he starts, where he left off and he plays well and he's fully 100%. What happens if Casey Schmidt becomes your everyday second baseman, a guy that hits 15 to 20 homers? I mean, and hits you 250 plus. You've solved another problem.
It's like a big trade you made without giving anything up.
Right. Look, I'm just saying Casey was not a guy that was drafted in the 18th round. He was their second round pick. Okay. Usually guys that are drafted first, second round are expected to be contributors at the major league level. Doesn't happen all the time. We know that. A lot of guys flame out. I mean, Christian Arroyo was a first-round pick. Chris Shaw was a first-round pick. I can name a number of San Francisco Giants that were top picks that, Jesse Foppert. I mean, these guys just never connected or made it. So it's not easy. But I do think that people make judgments. I got to show you something very funny because this was hilarious. Well, while I'm getting to that, let's look at the chat. Do we got anything in the chat that we need to pull up, Lou?
No.
We got a lot.
They've all been pretty honest, after a big win. Dan, while you're doing that, I'm going to do one thing. Hold on.
Okay. Well, Josh, if you watched my video this afternoon, I said that the Giants will send their ace, Logan Webb. I think Webb pitched an outstanding game tonight. I was a little concerned early when he was nibbling and not getting the calls. The umpire had a very tight zone tonight. And one of the things that an ace, when we say ace, an ace has the ability not to always nibble. He can just go right at the batters. He got Ohtani out every at bat tonight. I think he got Freeman out every at bat. He pitched very, very well. So I will say this about Webb. He came through, but when we talk about sometimes what I was concerned about was the walks, the 2 walks that led to the first run of the Dodgers. And it was, 1-1, I believe. I was concerned that Logan, it's like he doesn't have some of the stuff to just blow you away and just come right at you down the middle with some. And if he does that, he's going to get hit hard. What Webb has to do is hit his corners, hit his spots, and he's very effective. Greg Maddux was that way, a great pitcher. So I do think Webb is he's a top 5 candidate for the Cy Young. I definitely believe that. And tonight solidified. He outpitched Yamamoto big time tonight. So this was a big win. And Lou's got a new shirt. What's it say on there? Meet Dick. What's the bottom say? I can't read that. Hold it up a little closer. Dick's a Dodger fan. Meet Dick. He's a Dodger fan. Okay, there we go. I love it. I've got to play something. I got to show something from our friend over at Even Year Dynasty Show. He put something out tonight. And
you saw the back, right, Dan?
What's that?
Did you see the back of the shirt?
Let me see it again. Don't be a dick. Meet Dick. He's a Dodger fan. Don't be a dick. There you go.
Sorry, those guys were upset I was wearing the Dodger blue. Sorry, I was out to dinner. You got to dress up occasionally at the House of Prime Rib in San Francisco.
Don't apologize, Dan. Let's be happy for Casey Slam. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Did I hear back from him yet? No, he's in the. He probably hadn't even got to his phone yet. I'm sure his phone's blowing up too tonight.
That's why baseball is so unique and so special. You never know what you're going to see.
Yeah. But I want to pull up something from Twitter that I reposted tonight, and this is from Dan at Caveman he's one of the hosts on Even Your Dynasty show with Cody. And we've had
Cody.
him on.
Good guy.
Check this out. This was he put this out tonight. I thought it was hilarious. And this is we got a pretty good chat, but we got a few in here that this is Casey Schmidt apology form. To Casey Schmidt from, you put the date, reason for your behavior. Trolls on X convinced me he sucked. I overreacted over one play. I hadn't gotten over 2023, his first year. I don't know ball. Mercury was in retrograde, or the media told me he was bad. Just check off that at the bottom. Says, I hereby respect Casey Schmidt, and I will not talk down on the future first ballot Hall of Famer. There you go. A little good sense of humor. Look, this is what sports does, right? 24 hours, you're the GOAT, then you're the villain, you're the GOAT again. It's rough. Sports is rough, and we don't give too much grace for our sports ball players. So yeah. Dan hates small sample size when Chappie comes back. I don't know what you guys, the whole thing with look, Chapman is the third baseman. I'm rooting for Chapman. My goodness, how many times do I got to say this? I have said that I think Chapman's overrated for how much he gets paid. But you know what? He's on the team, and he's the Giants' third baseman for the next 5 years. Wouldn't be surprised if in a couple years his bat really starts to fade. But yeah, I have him on my fantasy team. Exactly. I have 2 fantasy teams, and he's on one of them. So, oh, Ned didn't give him a chance tonight, huh? Okay. I was hoping to have Ned on tonight, but he was busy on KMBR, and he was invited. But
Ned went to the commercial leader, KMBR. All right.
Oh, look, there we go. There we go. All right. That's being real. He says he's ready to roast on my Schmidt takes. I was wrong. Look, it's one at bat too, guys. You got to look at that. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't judge guys off of one at bat or one error. I look at the makeup. I look at the type of ball player that somebody is, and I watch their career, and I see how quick their hands are, their feet, so their bat speed, all of that. And he has all of it. He just needs to learn plate discipline, which he's getting better at. And, I mean, heck, some of the best players in the game today are still striking out over 20% of the time.
Hey, Dan, I just wanted to say one thing, guys. This is why we have NorCal Sports Network. You can speak your mind. You can say you made a mistake. We're never going to judge you. Remember, we said this before at 5,000s. The chat has made NorCal Sports Network where it's at. Me and Dan, we don't make money. We come here because we enjoy talking sports, and we enjoy having you guys as an audience and talking baseball back and forth. So I just wanted to bring that up. Hey, it happens. I mean, I still have people think I don't think Webb is a good pitcher. I said Webb needs to step up. This is where we need him to step up. He stepped up tonight. He stepped up like an ace. And over the last 2 years, he hasn't done it. And, it's great because tonight's game, especially after what happened yesterday, right, where the Giants blew a huge lead, it just makes it a little bit more special. And beating the Dodgers in front of 56,000 and makes it even more special. I remember somebody on the chat kept asking who's going to be there. What a great game it would have been to be at Dodger Stadium. So, I just wanted to, say that you guys can say what you want, but I think it takes a real man, that you guys rode Dan last night about Schmidt and how he's overrated. Hey, the guy stepped up tonight. Dan, I was sorry. And that's why we have this. So I just wanted to make sure that's what it's all about.
There we go. Look at that. Bub Rad telling his kids Casey's going to have a big night, and he does. Marshall says, are we happy Dom at first for the season? I'm surprised and impressed. Yeah, you take it day by day, but I'm impressed right now and happy. He plays very solid first base. I remember him with the Mets, and he was a good hitter. He just wasn't a guy that, he wasn't your 270 hitter with a bunch of home runs. He's kind of a replacement level player, but he's doing well. And we'll see where it goes. George Curry says if Casey can play second base, then maybe we have our second baseman of the future. If Casey can be consistent, then we have something there. He has a lot of swing and miss, has to cut it down and pull him for him. Yeah, he does. He's about 25% right now. He might even be a little higher, but he averages a little under 23, 24 for his career. You could live with that if he, he definitely is much bigger than he was 2 years ago when he came up. You could see that. You could see that he's much stronger. And the ball that he hit tonight, my goodness, that was to feel
everywhere.
Good.
Yeah, had to feel good.
That had to feel good. And you could see that he was pumped up. And we judge him, but that's part of the fun. Yeah. Hey, sports is all about, look, if you can't take it, then you shouldn't be in it, right? I mean, if you can't, if you're going to dish stuff out and you're going to get it back. If if you're a trash talker, then you better be able to take it back. And
you guys are lucky we're not in Philadelphia. I mean, my God,
yeah. I could take trash talk. Look, I used to be a much bigger trash talker, but I've toned it down. Adames, big home run tonight. That was unfortunately, that home run just proved what I've been saying all along. Oracle Park, that's an out. That's an out. It doesn't carry as well, and it goes to the right center field to about the 385 and dies for an out. I mean, it might have gone off the wall, but I mean, it was good to see. Lou, best part of tonight's win, Duvall got to rest. Rodriguez was down, and we didn't blow through the pin. Yeah, my key to the game, if you remember last night, I said if Webb can go, I don't know if I said it to you guys or another chat group I'm in, that Webb's got to go. Ideally, I was saying 8, but he got 7, which was great. He went 7. Rogers pitched the 8th, Walker the 9th. You rested Duvall. Rodriguez rest. And, tomorrow you go out and, Giants hopefully can take it to Kershaw. Look, Kershaw's not the same.
And Dan, we have 2 super chats. Just so you know.
Okay, we'll get to those. Brian says, I admitted I was wrong and apologize to Dan. And do you think the Giants have proven they can compete with the best teams of the league? I think they're proven that they're going to be fighting for with anybody. Yeah, I think they went toe-to-toe with Philadelphia. They split 4 games. They split 4 with San Diego here recently. They've got some other tough teams coming, but this team, what this team is fundamentally sound pitching-wise and defense. Where they're not sound is the base running. We're going to talk about that. My goodness, this team and their base running, Lou, I don't know if I see this. This is like the bad news Bears. I mean, Ramos look, I love Elliot Ramos. He's one of my favorite guys, but you can't run to third base with your head down. There is no third base, like there's a 9-year-old third base coach out there in Little League that doesn't know what he's just standing out there because he doesn't play, and you got to put somebody out there to coach third base, right?
In the playoffs, this could cost us a W.
I mean, my goodness, Ramos.
Yeah.
Elliot, you got to look up. But you know what? The good thing is Giants win, and he's going to learn by the mistake, okay? Next time he comes – now, he did this before earlier in the year when he walked off that winning run. Remember that little bunt single that he ended up scoring on? He jogged to second base and never looked at Williams, the third base coach, and he was going to stop at second until he finally looked over and saw, run. He got to learn, man.
The Little League World Series, sure. Look, I mean, that's why you have the coach.
This is not
basic
hard.
Baseball.
That is not hard baseball. Look, when you're running, look at your coach. He's there for you. Gosh, he's like the roadmap. All right. We're just fans talking, you guys included. If it was a bar, no one would remember the next day. Yeah. Tangy, thanks for the $5. Webb is Matt Cain 2.0. I enjoy your content, coach. All right. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate that. I mean, this base running, Lou, I mean, this has got to stop. They're getting they got picked off like 4 times last week, 3 or 4 times. Their base stealing attempts are horrible. They're sliding into second base on base steals. Jung-Hoo Lee doesn't know how to slide very well. I don't understand this. I mean, this is stuff you learn in Little League.
I completely agree. You know, I was trying to look something up because if I remember, the Giants got who was the guy who used to be on Comcast Sports Bay Area, and they got him to help with the running, and he switch hitter for the Giants. Randy
Angel,
Wynn. What the hell's going on?
well, he's the head of the minor league development.
Minor leagues, but his job was to work on base stealing and base.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what you can do
because
with these guys.
Dan, this is worse. And it's not like it's a one-day thing. This has happened numerous times. And you know, when you have three teams competing maybe for two spots, I'm just going to say that these little things add up. And you can't have that where maybe it's a 1-0 game, playoff game, because this could come back to haunt us. They gotta take care of it, snap it in the butt, and get it out, because this has happened probably, I'd say, almost a dozen times. They gotta nip it in the butt. And you know what's amazing? If they take care of that, then boom, it's one less thing we got to worry about. But come on, it's just basic.
This is very true. Adames coming to life helps the lineups a lot. I mean, think about this. You get Adames hitting and popping the ball more, and Chapman comes back and gets healthy and he starts hitting well. And then if Schmidt hits well during Chapman's absence, that just means that they're going to find a spot for Schmidt in the lineup somewhere. And it really is too bad he can't catch, because
it lengthens the lineup. And that's what we've been complaining about. There's not 3 or 4 outs, basically.
Right. Exactly. Let's see. What do we got here? Giants can sweep. Well, let's take tomorrow, one game at a time. Let's talk sweep if they win tomorrow. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I didn't understand that myself either, Mark. The only thing I can think of is Pajas has a cannon, one of the top arms in the game. And he might have been thinking, rather than just fly all out, I'll just, take the double. But it was a little odd because that roll to the wall took a while. I thought he had a shot for 3 myself. I live 5 minutes from Dodger Stadium. Tickets tripled for $25. Wow. Yeah. Well, when you win, it's what happens.
World Series champion in the Reed Stadium. Someone has to pay for it.
Yeah. Rogers was great. 7-pitch inning, very nice. Hopefully Walker can get his mojo back and pitch as tough like the last few years. Yep.
Rogers has been amazing all year. I mean, I think I've seen pitches, 7 to 12 pitches. You know, we keep talking about all-stars, how that guy, I mean, this is the best I think I've seen him pitch in like 3 or 4 years, and people know it's coming and they still can't hit it. It's amazing.
Wow, that's an amazing stat. Webb has gone 7 innings 7 times this year. Dodgers have only done it twice the whole year. Wow. Well, you know what the Dodgers' game plan is, and we've heard Ned Colletti talk about it. It's to have an abundance of pitching in terms of numbers and quality. You remember, they do have Ohtani that will make his pitching debut within the next few weeks, we're hearing. They do have Blake Snell. They do have Yamamoto. Sasaki's out. But look, they're trying to get to October where guys have very little wear on them for the season, and that they can be, they want September for the Dodgers. What they try to do is make for their pitchers is September is spring training for a lot of these guys. And then they go into October very, very fresh, while other teams have been pitching 180 to 200 innings, right? Now, this year, the Dodgers may have to fight for their playoff lives in September. So they may not be able to do what they think they're going to do. If with teams like the Giants being there unexpectedly, And then you got the Padres in the division, and then Arizona is was sitting at 500 before tonight. Let me see. I did not check.
Yeah, they won. They beat San Diego. I think the one thing too, Dan, and this is something about the Dodgers, is they just came off a very emotional series down in San Diego, where the first game they came back to win. The second game they used an opener and they got blasted 14-2. Then they won game 3. Okay. Now you got to come back and you got to play your rivals. Not only do they got to play our rivals, they then have San Diego coming back in. That's why baseball, it's tough. You know, sometimes in the schedule, it's hard to get up for every game. I mean, I'm not throwing away tonight, but it's hard. They just came off a very emotional schedule. It's sort of like us. Say the Giants take 2 out of 3, or maybe we sweep, right? And then we go home to play Cleveland. Those games are going to be very tough to get up for because we just came off a very emotional 3-game series in LA. So, you know, that's why baseball is a marathon. It's tough. You know, it's something, you know, it's crazy. It's like Dan's behind sitting on ice. It will get better.
Yeah.
Every day it gets a little bit better.
Right now it's getting worse. Oh, geez, it's bad. Whew. Sweating. In fact, I got to turn the air down. I'm sweating because I'm in pain. Hold on here. Turn on the air here with my little need Face ID. There we go. See, got it at 77 in here. I got to turn it down to 75. I sleep with it at 71 though. I like it cooler, but whew. So what? You know what? Hey Siri, what's the temperature right now here?
You're
supposed to listen to me. Hey, not listening. Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside right now? Jeez, Siri, wake up. Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside right now? $90. 90 degrees. She doesn't speak.
Yeah.
You're worthless, Siri. Shut up. Yeah, 90 out here. Wait till we get to the point when it's 10:15 at night and it's 100 degrees at night.
Oh, JC's in Vegas, 108. Wow. That's
108. Wow.
Yeah.
Giants minus 160 to make the playoffs. Wow. Hey, keep it going, man. Look, remember I told you guys I've been wrong on many of my things I make, and if the Giants make the playoffs, I will be wrong. Love to be wrong. I've been right the last 2 years and said they wouldn't be 500. This year I predict them to win 86. I hope I'm wrong and they win 91, 92, win the division. Hey, I don't know. Maybe they can win more than that. We'll see. Can I pull up the Ramos play? We can't play the highlights, Josh. Anything we put on here with MLB, we get demonetized, dinged, and so we don't get to share in any of the ad revenue from YouTube. Yeah, for a team that doesn't hit a lot, can't afford to make outs on the bases. That would have been a run that inning because the next batter flied out, right? After would have been a sac fly. I don't know what Ramos was doing. You know, when I saw him rounding third, they showed the camera on him. I go, I think he's coming because he's not looking. His head was down. Like he was going to score the whole way. And I'm like, and when they threw that cut, I go, oh no, he's caught in between, didn't he? Because oh man. That's where it's fun when you're actually at the ball game. You could see that. Yeah, I think Ruben Rivera would be a great base running instructor for this club.
The best is the Giants. He is the worst Steeler of all time. And Dan, one of the things tonight about Schmidt's grand slam, beside being a grand slam, that was the only time we had got a hit and runners in scoring position. So with 2 outs, it just shows you how important it is to make contact with 2 outs.
He just responded as I was looking on the phone. Look at that.
Thank you.
I said, congratulations on your majestic blast. He said, thank you. So, I don't know how to put that was a majestic blast. That's one of those ones when you hit it off the tee, when you're playing golf and you hit it off the tee and you go, oh my gosh, I got all of it.
Yeah.
It's straight
well, it's
down
almost
the
like
fairway.
you don't even, it just feels so good. It just felt perfect. You know, like,
oh,
my
yeah.
God, can I do that
again? As soon as he hit it and then I saw his face, I knew it was gone because he just walked away.
No doubter for sure.
Yeah. I was like, I was thrilled for him because he took it so, people were all over him.
Did your people from the Twitter world last night, did they apologize when you bought something? Because they were all over you last night.
I didn't even post anything. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen no people don't apologize. My guys do in here that follow us, but people that are anonymous out there, they don't some people on Twitter are just amazing, Lou.
Because they're behind it. They can say what they want.
I almost got to share with you one of the dumbest comments of the day, not sports related, but some guy, a father, wrote on Twitter tonight or earlier today, said, my 23-year-old son just took his life. OMG, I'm broken. And, I wrote to him, I said, hey man, I don't know you, but I weep for you. I'm praying for you. I felt, I even shed a tear. I mean, if you have a kid, I was really like just hearing him say I'm broken. And some clown writes to him, and the people on Twitter are ripping him, said, why? Could something have been done to have prevented it? Were there signs there? Did he make threats or attempts before? What incident put him over the edge? Did you hug him? Tell him you loved him? Did you sit and talk and listen to him? Where did the hopelessness come from? And then the dude, everybody was ripping on the dude, and he's defending himself. Like, well, I would want to know. Dude, it's not the time. It happened today. My gosh. People are just imbeciles out there. I'm just like, what in the world would you ever lecture? I mean, the guy's lost his son, 23-year-old son. My goodness.
Yeah, they always say parents' worst fear is burying their kids before they pass away. I lost one of my older brothers to cancer, and my mom on his birthday every day breaks down. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's just like life is hard, and then you get some just a-hole. I mean, yep. I ended up writing to the guy. As did a lot of people. I said to him, how can you be so insensitive to ask those questions now? Please, the man just said he's broken. How about just saying how sorry you are and pray for him? Unbelievable. It's just, oh my God.
That's how about just say, I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know too many people, instead of saying sorry for your loss, well, do you think you could have done something? It's like, dude, stay out of it. Stay out of it.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, let's do while we're here and we got a break. How about the 3 stars of the game? And we'll give you the honor since your big man came through, because I think tonight's sort of interesting.
Yeah.
The 3 stars of the game.
Well, for sure. Okay. So, for the second time this week, 3 stars of the game. I am going with Casey Schmidt, who is now hitting 231, 1 for 3 tonight with a walk, 4 RBIs, couple of nice plays in the field. And my second star, is obviously going to be Logan Webb, pitched a gem tonight. And let's go. This guy's he's making the list again. Dominic Smith. 3 for 5. Didn't knock in any runs, but didn't actually score any runs, but he kept the line moving. And just on the edge and on the outside tonight, a couple of guys, Wilmer Flores and Andrew Kinzer. But I think I might hear that name Kinzer again tonight. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Lou.
So, I definitely Casey with the bomb, is my first star. Number 2, I am going to do Mr. Kistner. And can someone do me a favor, Dan, when you get a chance? Can you give this to the umpire when you see him out there? Because I could have swore 56,000 people thought that was a homer, and the umpire didn't. So if you can give him a pair of glasses so he can actually see the game when he's in charge of calling the game.
Yeah, it was actually out by a good 8 feet, and it just bounced off the back wall. Yeah.
Everybody saw it, come on. So he's going to be my second star. And then, I got to do it just because I say this a lot, but the Giants scored and Rodgers had that shutdown inning. And I think what it was even more incredible is it was only 7 pitches, and they know it's coming, and he did it to get it to the 9th. So those are going to be my 3-star players.
All right. I like it. I do like it. That's what makes, I saved the catcher for you. I kind of had a feeling you were going to go.
It's his first, first homer. And
caught the game.
And, last night we were saying anything from him is a plus. Come on, anything. If we can get a base hit or a walk, we'll take it. And, he went out. So, and again, at Dodger Stadium, he now feels like he understands the rivalry.
Hey, guys, I'm going to stand up. I just put the link out there. I got to stand. So anybody wants to come in, Dallas, anybody else, Johnny, come on in. Give us your thoughts. It's a fun night. Giants are tied for first place after 70 games played. And Johnny, boom, he's in here. The Chisari man, the man from
Johnny, JC.
Johnny
and
Chisari.
Dan, is your back hurting because you actually had to pull the Dodger hat off the wall that was rubber cemented? And you had to use parts of your back, the muscles you weren't sure you were going to use?
Yeah, we bring in Johnny Chisari from Sicily.
There he is.
Well, Lou, that was
part of Italy.
That was
your
a nice
family
win.
from? What part of Italy? Calabria?
It is Sicily, actually, but
it is Sicily. I nailed it. I knew it. Chisari. I got it. And and all the way from Texas, Dallas.
There's Dallas.
Not Texas.
The voice.
Close enough.
New Mexico. Oklahoma.
You know where I'm from.
Are you from the Bay Area?
Sacramento.
Okay,
Sacramento.
That's not Texas.
He's old Folsom.
Folsom. Hey, Folsom.
Old Folsom.
Dan, I used to be in San Mateo, but Vegas is a good place to be.
JC, you left after they closed Bay Meadows. I completely understand. Friday nights at Bay Meadows, there was nothing better. Going to TGIS right before and after, I understand.
Well,
I got to do this
Lou,
on a knee tonight.
That in the Bay Area is expensive, Lou.
Drew says hemorrhoids are bad back, coach. It's back surgery next Thursday, the 19th. Yeah, it's a herniated disc that is right on my sciatic nerve. And it's like,
Lou, Webb's last 3 starts have been consistent, Lou. There's your consistency.
That's all I wanted. Tonight he stepped up. I thought tonight might have been his best game he's pitched, because I don't really count the A's. I mean, they're minor league. But tonight I thought might have been his best performance I've seen in 2 years.
I mean, he only gave up hits to Teoscar. That was it.
Yeah, 2 hits. I
I
didn't mind the home run to Teoscar either.
Of course, because you got him on your fantasy. Yeah, we know.
Lou, he was really good against the Padres. That was the game we lost 1-0 in extras. So there was that one too.
I agree. It was 0-0 till extra innings, and the Giants lost.
Thanks, Drew.
But I was also at the Kansas City game, at home. So, but hey,
Lou,
you know what? Hold on.
They're coming after Lou again. I think SFPD is coming after Lou because he's been.
But no, hey, I thought one thing is tonight he stepped up, and I just think with all the circumstances, the Giants off a tough loss at Colorado. They go to the Ravine, 53,610 people, place rocking. They got Yamamoto, where you got to remember Yamamoto, I mean, he's just been dominant, and the Giants showed up, and I thought tonight was, a complete team win, and I think this is really, really big. Now, I was at the House of Prime Rib before the Giants won, so, but Bub, I understand what you're saying. When you get into the House of Prime Rib, you got to enjoy it, and of course, I had my usual end cut and seconds. But I thought tonight too, what was big is nobody's really been talking about the Giants. They always have a test. The Giants are there. They're just not in the same caliber. And I just think tonight, especially if we can win one of the other two games, beating them at the Ravine is a lot different than beating them here. And I think it's a big thing where if we can win one of the next two games, it shows we're here. And then the other thing too is hopefully this shows management, hey, we're close. Maybe instead of them holding back, trying to get one other bat, hey guys, we're in it. Let's do it. Let's do whatever it takes to get the fans and give them the bat that we've been wanting.
Yeah. And Sunday's an important game. I mean, if they can win that one on national television, that people might understand, hey, the Giants are for real.
I think they might win tomorrow.
If you had to only win one of the next two, which would you prefer Sunday?
Tomorrow. Let's just get it out of the way.
What else?
Well, tomorrow they win tomorrow. They're in sole possession of first place. You win one of these next two, you go home. You come home tied for first.
Well,
I guess we better win them both.
Yeah.
What's Kershaw done? He shut down St. Louis. That's it. He's not.
Well, he's not the same. He's not the same. But don't ever underestimate a Hall of Famer, though. You never know when they're going to be on or
and
off.
It's his third start since coming back, which is usually his best.
Roop's been pretty good. Roop's been pretty good lately, though. So.
Yeah.
Step up for national TV where all eyes are going to be on him. In a rocking crowd, I'm just saying, it's a lot different.
Well, that's Harrison.
He's only
that's
37. He seems like he's 45, but he's only 37.
Who, Kershaw?
Yeah.
With that curveball.
He's been around so long.
He's been around forever. He came up at 19 or 20.
Yeah.
Dang.
Crazy.
I mean, I got to give Adames credit for getting us started correctly, but after the homer, he did go 0 for the rest of the game.
But he's making loud contact. He's hitting it almost to the warning track every time. That wasn't the case earlier. He was out of whack. Like, I feel more confident in his at-bats now than I did the whole first 3 months of the season.
No, that's too bad. That can't be Kai. Poor. Oh, no. 4 strike. 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. That's not good.
Well,
come on. We hey.
Will he be DFA'd before? Will he be delayed? I mean, will he be DFA'd again before the trading deadline? Will he make it to the trading deadline?
I don't know, but hey, look, we're friends of Lamont here. He's a friend of the show.
It's Lamont Wade Jr. of the San Francisco Giants, and you're listening to Dan on the NorCal Sports Network.
There we go, man. We got to root for Lamont. That was great for me, and he gave me a one of my better about 10-minute interviews up on the channel. You'll have to go check it out. Pretty funny. He said that he's very superstitious and he doesn't change anything if he gets a hit the day before. And that includes socks, underwear. He wears the same. So a nice winning streak. He doesn't even wash it. Nothing.
Oh, hey.
I mean, what we learned with Adames is that once a player signs the big contract and they come to a new team, it takes a while to get going. So give Lamont some time.
Yeah. He's only 31. Some guys need a change of scenery. Hopefully it'll work out for him. I thought maybe signing with Baltimore would be good for him. That's where he's from, but
Well, Dan, even on the Casey error, that wasn't a double play. The guy running was actually fast. They would have got one out, but It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, about last
I mean, I do know. Yeah, I do know, and it's not an excuse, but I'll just show you guys a demonstration. Ah, shoot! I gotta sit down. I can't bend down all the way yet.
Well,
because of my
Coors
so-
Field also has a very fast infield, and that ball took a weird hop, so it's baseball.
It was
It's
like
what
right on the
happens.
edge of the grass,
Right. Here's the
edge of
thing,
the-
guys. Here's his glove, and I can't get back far enough. That's as far as I go. But well, I'll tilt the camera. Okay. So his glove was originally down here for the ball because that's where the trajectory of, of the bounce was. And it came up here. He didn't have time to flip his glove like that and catch it, which you normally would. So he had to come up like this, and it just popped at the palm of the glove and then, bounced away. It looks a lot easier on TV because it's hit right at him. But
Not
if you
on a fast infield.
yeah, and when you get a bad hop, man, but it's just the way it goes. He probably misjudged the, maybe could have charged it, beat the hop, that or whatever it was, but it was right to him, and he thought, boom, this could be a game ender. Double play, catch it, sharp throw to second, boom, first, maybe a bang bang,
Yep.
but.
He might have been looking to second base a little bit too soon, not making the play. If he had his full attention had been on it, maybe he makes the play. But you don't get a double play there. I don't pin the loss on Casey for that loss.
No,
and it gets
he
down,
didn't have 3 walks in the inning.
no,
right.
Lou.
In the last
I'm looking
batter
at
of the inning,
I look
if he
at
throws a strike,
Melvin, the way
it's
he used
game
the
over.
bullpen. Well, Melvin using Helly instead of anyone else probably wasn't a good idea, but what do I know?
I mean, he was fine so far in his time. I mean,
Drew saying Coach Emilio doing some coaching. Yeah, it's funny because both my older brothers are coaches. One coached college basketball, the other one coaches right now. He's on the coaching staff at Cal Berkeley for football. And because he's a coach, and you always call your coach, hey, Coach, Coach Kyle or Coach, whatever it is. So, he coached, he knows a lot of big time guys like Aaron Rodgers and Marshawn Lynch and all the guys that were at Cal. So I met Aaron Rodgers back at a game in Green Bay back in 2008 or something like that, just talking to Aaron and told him who I was. And he says, "Oh, hey, how's Coach doing?" So, he's referred to as Coach. So
Quite.
Quite.
Aaron Rodgers, quite.
What's that?
I mean, nothing, it was just Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
It's like, no big.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm hanging out with Joe Montana yesterday for his birthday, just cool Joe, no biggie.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll be able to get Aaron on here. It would be a huge favor. It wouldn't be, it would be something he would do for my brother, for me, but I don't know. Maybe this summer, if he's up at Tahoe at the golf tournament.
He's got to branch out from Pat McAfee a little bit. That seems to be the only place he goes.
Somebody said, "Stop moving the camera." Mark said, "Is it my camera? Is my camera moving?" I'm not sure. Let's see. Make sure my camera. There we go. There. Oh wow. What else we got here?
Before I forget, let me second Lou's star there with Rodgers. I mean, as soon as Webb gets out of the game, the Dodgers are thinking, this is our opportunity. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get some runs on the board. And he just shuts him down with 6 Well, how many pitches was it? It was not very
7,
many.
I believe, yeah.
7 and gone, done. I mean, it was 1 to the first guy, 2 to the second guy, and 4 to the third guy. It was fast, and it was shut down. And so now you got a 4-run lead going into the 9th inning, You got Walker, who's shaky. We know he's shaky. Everyone's thinking the same thing. Uh-oh, what is happening here? Can he do this? What's he going to have? And he has no control. He makes it through somehow. A couple of guys settles in and gets that final out, and that's the game. But that shutdown from Rogers was key tonight.
Yes.
Well, also, as soon as Webb got the grand slam, he had a shutdown inning immediately, which I like to see because you pretty much stop any type of momentum. And by the way, I was looking at our ERAs recently, Dan, just because I was curious. Miller's down to 1.19.
I mean, I thought Webb was going to come out for the
8th. So did I.
The 8th, and they had a couple of lefties coming up. I thought maybe if he, got a guy on or whatever, then they bring in Miller to face Shohei, and they didn't do that. They brought in Rogers. It wasn't an issue, so I'm fine with that. But I thought that was going to be the plan because he wasn't at 100 pitches yet. He still had a little left in the tank. It seemed like Webb, and I thought he might come out for one more. But then they showed him in the dugout, and he was clearly
he was at 98 pitches, right? Mark Graves says he was at 98 pitches.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. I think
it would have been
enough.
pushing it. It would have been pushing it.
You go ahead and you got 7 innings. You got Rogers, who was fresh, and you had Walker that was fresh. You could even went to Duvall if it was a safe situation, but better. You get Duvall 2 days rest now.
Better, yeah. Now he's good the rest of the series.
Being off.
So with
just because pitching in Coors takes a lot out of you, and he pitched twice in that series.
Yep, it was good for him to be off. Exactly. Hey, Giants have a better pitching staff than the Dodgers, believe it or not.
By far.
Right, we thought the Dodgers was now when they're all healthy. That'll be a different story. When you bring back, who's missing?
Yeah, but Snell and Glass now can't stay healthy though.
Right, but if they are healthy, then
the point is
it's a competition.
It makes it much different if they're healthy.
Because you just take the twos, take Snell and Robbie Ray, and who's going to win that matchup? Snell at his best, obviously, is going to win, but you don't know if he's at his best. That we saw a lot of outings from Snell where he was not at his best and he was awful until he dialed it in the second half. So
now they have had some improvement. The Dodgers with Andy Pages, he's become an everyday player. He's got 40 RBIs, 12 homers, hitting about 285. So Pages is their everyday center fielder. Right fielder they've got down with Teoscar. Left field seems to be kind of Conforto against righties. I don't know who they play when they face a lefty. But
I don't know, but I sure like seeing Conforto in there.
Yeah, he's pretty terrible.
You never know.
At least you have one break in the lineup.
You never know when he's going to get a hold of one though, and get. Conforto's a streaky guy. If he can get going for a week, you just hope it's not while the Giants are in town.
175, 4 home runs this year.
Man, I thought I was wrong on that. I predicted in the offseason he'd hit 25 down in LA. I mean, he hit 19 or 18 or 20 or something like that last year for the Giants in Oracle. So you would think in a lineup like the
most insignificant home runs on record.
Seeding right now. That's producer Ryan's favorite player. I mean, I like Conforto. I can't figure out though why he's anybody's favorite player. Well, he's a nice guy. If actually, I'll say this: Michael Conforto sat down with me he didn't sit down. We stood up, but right outside of after spring training and right after batting practice, he talked to me on the field for 20 minutes. And, I thought that was pretty cool. Then Austin Slater came and told me, no interviews on the field. He's the player rep. He was the Giants player rep. I was like, okay, yeah, Austin, why don't you go try getting some base hits for us, okay? Why don't you focus in on your hitting? Leave the interviews to me.
But Austin Slater this year is 213 with 2 home runs.
Yeah, and on the
Isn't he
DL,
the
I
White
believe
Sox still?
twice.
Is he still with the
So-
White Sox?
Oh, that is where he is.
He's hitting, yeah, White Sox. He's hitting for a
Does he
little
actually play?
higher average than Conforto.
Wow.
Does
To
he
think-
play?
I think that was the Giants
No.
lineup. It was Conforto, Slater, and Yaz.
Yastrzemski's actually hitting right now, which
Hey,
is
you know what? He's playing well. How about Yaz on that one play tonight? I've never seen him do anything like that in right field. He totally misjudged the ball.
But he made up for it.
I know. I can't believe he actually even caught it. He comes running in like it's a blooper, and then he
Although-
goes running back like it's a blast. How do you? Something weird happened there because that's very unusual for any player, but for Yaz,
I don't think he saw it. I don't think he saw it. And then when
I
he
think he
finally saw
lost
it,
it
he
in the light.
adjusted.
I think you're right. He must have lost it but the great recovery and then the basket catch right in the glove, almost a full snow cone.
Dan, I was bitter though on the sack fly when Yaz threw a seat and the catcher dropped the ball. At least he homered though, which was interesting, but I'll take it.
Yeah, no, but Yaz has come up with some decent hits tonight. Yaz was 1 for 3. He's up to 242, which was, well, I should say up. He was 270, 280. Then he dropped down to about 230s. He's up to 242.
Well, Dan, he was in a 3. He was in a 3 for 41. That will kill your batting average.
Yeah, look at Fitzgerald down to 238.
He's
Wow.
not hitting. Casey might take his spot at second when Chapman's back.
Well, that would be. I think that's best for the club if Casey continues to hit. It'll be better for the club because Fitzgerald can then be what I think he should be: play 3-4 days a week as a utility player. Give a guy a day off. Maybe you play second. You give Chapman a day off, and then late in the season move Casey over to third. Give Adames a day off, and somebody plays short. Give him a day off, maybe even in the outfield. Let him pinch run. I don't know if Fitzgerald is an everyday player. We're finding out. I mean, he's played a really good second. He's played a really good second base. I have no complaints there. I mean, he's made some.
Hopefully, he could get on a hot streak like he did last year and just
Oh
start
my gosh! Could you imagine
blistering the ball? If he could do that, I would be very happy. But right now, he really isn't.
I would be happy if he hit 265 with the kind of at bats he's been having lately. They have not been good. And he strikes out a lot more than I wish he would.
Ooh, we got a little fun here. We got some different tastes. What do you guys think of these Red Sox different unis? They've got some blue ones that kind of look like UCLA. And
yeah, their City Connects are butt ugly.
Red Sox don't even look like the Red Sox multiple times a week between the UCLA uniforms and the Green Monster unis. What do you guys think of the Green Monster unis? Are those the yellow ones?
No, that's the UCLA uniforms. Those are weird
they
for a
got
team
some.
in Boston.
I thought they got some. Oh, those are the UCLA. What's the Green Monster uniform?
They wore them tonight.
Oh, I'll have to take a look.
What do
It's
those
pretty
look
bad.
like?
Senior says you have zero taste, NorCal, laughing, having some fun. He thinks they're fire. Let's take a look. Let me see if I can find those unis. Let me go look at the highlights of.
They won 2-1 against the Yankees.
They look like a
tonight.
Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Let's
The
take
Giants
a
need
look
to bring back the creamsicle Tampa Bay Buccaneer uniforms for the City Connects. The current ones are not good. There should not be purple involved there.
Okay, wait a minute. Is this the Red Sox unis? Oops, hold on. My screen just moved on me here. I can't play it, but let me put this up on the screen, and you guys tell me if this is the uni. It looks like it's from tonight's game. That it?
That's the one.
I kind of
What
like
the-
that one. I like that one.
I feel like
Agree.
I'm looking. It
It
looks
blends
like
in with the green in the background, which is the same color as the Green Monster.
Yeah.
well, it definitely looks. It's definitely Christmassy. Damn. All right.
I don't know if that's Christmassy. That's kind of more military greens or most. I I kind of like the green. Look at the I like the green stripe down the pant leg.
That's better than the UCLA uniforms. I'll give them that
Yeah,
much.
I'm not crazy about the yellow UCLA ones, but I like the B on the Boston logo on the shoulder there, the right shoulder. I like the number there in the front. I like the Red Sox.
Those are
I think they
okay.
need red socks though.
I think you should wear red socks. Don't you think you should wear red socks if you're the Red Sox? Do you know the Cincinnati? Do you know what the official name? Does anybody know the official name of the Cincinnati Reds?
They were originally the Red Legs, I think, actually.
Yeah, you got it. The Red Legs. Yeah.
Dan, the worst City Connect uniforms I've seen are still the Padres Rainbows. Those are not good.
So bad.
You don't like it's a little bit of Mexico flavor.
It looks like sherbet ice cream. Or Neapolitan ice cream. Either way, that's just not a good color.
I think it looks like a clown show.
The yellow
Every time
is
I
for
see
the
it,
foul
it's
poles.
been years.
That's pretty creative. Yeah. The Green Monster. That's the Red Sox day. I never went on the inside of it because the game I had tickets to when I lived back there. It rained and I didn't travel 2 hours because I didn't want to go find out it was rained out and then drive 2 hours back, but I've been on the outside of it and it's really cool. I
went on the tour of the stadium where when they weren't playing that day, and they took us inside the Green Monster, and you can see the scoreboard and everything that's all manually operated, and they take you all around the park and they show you like all the different areas. It was a really cool tour. If you ever get a chance to
hey
do
guys,
it's well worth it.
We got to do a NorCal sports game. We are going to be in San Diego, Lou and I, on August 20th. A day game. If anybody wants to come down, we could have that Thursday is a day game. So Thursday night we could go out to dinner. And if you want,
then Friday we're going to Del Mar, the racetrack. Friday and Saturday we have a box right on the finish line.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So
Del Mar is a good place to be, Lou.
If you guys want to come to San Diego, August 20th, you might get to see Bryce Eldridge for the first time. I got a feeling he's coming up for that San Diego series.
If Dom Smith's going to play well, they will not rush him, Dan. I hope the guy keeps playing well.
They could DH him.
Well, but what are you going to do with Wilmer?
Yeah, Wilmer could take a seat a couple nights, be a pinch hitter. Or you can just use him as a pinch hitter. He'll be available if you bring him up in August. He's available. He's eligible for the playoffs.
That's true.
And you don't sacrifice his rookie season. You know what? Late August, things tend to work themselves out. He might just be, he might be that guy you need for a long ball here or there. I don't know.
Well, Dan, it depends on if he continues it in AAA. If he's going to hit there and it's consistent, they eventually will call him up. So,
yeah. So, what do you guys think? Do you think what's the Giants' best all-time uniform? Which uniform do you like the most?
I've always been partial to the gray roads.
The roads, yeah. It's pretty classic. San Francisco across the chest.
And I like the color. Gray with the black hat works for me.
I like that one. And I'm kind of fond of the Saturday night blacks.
It's not offensive. I don't mind it. I don't.
Third for me is Orange Fridays. Just
Orange Friday I like too. I just hate I hate both of their City Connects.
Well, I like the Creamsicle Buccaneers ones a lot more than the current ones.
I would tend to agree. I just don't like the G and then the fog. It's just like on a white uniform. It looks like I don't know. There's so much you could do with the City Connects with San Francisco. It's unbelievable.
I mean, the current ones, look, I'm a Giants fan. The current ones, I couldn't buy that stuff. It's just not me.
Yeah. Senior says, how are the squares looking? Well, let's just take a look. And time, guys, if you guys want to get a square, time is running out.
And I sent you the new thing as of this morning, Dan.
Check this out.
I sent it to you, the new updated version.
You sent me what? A promo?
The squares updated? No.
Oh, okay. Let me play the promo, guys, and here you go.
Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network have teamed up to give back to the community. We ask for your support as we aid in Haley Busby's fight for life in her battle with liver cancer. To take part in this fundraiser, you can purchase an entry for just $20, and the winner receives 4 front row dugout seats at Oracle Park for your choice of an August 8th game versus the Washington Nationals or the August 29th game when the Giants host the Baltimore Orioles. The winner will also get an on-field experience on game day and attend batting practice. So secure your entry now, as eligibility is limited. Draw date to be determined. The Busby family, Giant Sports Talk Live, and the NorCal Sports Network thank you for your participation and contribution to this worthwhile event, covering the San Francisco Giants and giving back to those in need in 2025. Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network.
All right, there we go. And I don't think I have the updated version, Lou.
Yeah, I just texted it to you. I don't know if you can see it on your phone. That might not.
All right, so when that QR code came up, I scanned it for Venmo. See here?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna buy my 4th square, but I need help on what number to pick.
All right, so let me tell you what numbers are available, because we've sold a few. Oh, there you go, Dan. Okay. Dan's got it. No,
I don't think those are the
okay,
updated.
so
let me see.
Here, I'm going to tell you, number 3 and 5 are available. One got snagged. 11 through 20, 21 through 30 are all taken. 31 through 37 are taken.
32 through 35 are gone?
Yep.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, what you sent me.
Yeah. So
let me see if I can put this up here.
Yeah. Front row tickets for a first place team.
Lou, that's interesting, isn't it? I didn't think we'd be in first place in June, so there is that.
Correct.
And you kept Adames in the ad, which, again, I'm glad he's hitting. Sorta.
It all helps. I just think it's amazing, I mean,
well, Lou, at the end of the day, and this has been kind of the thing since the end of time, no matter how inconsistent the bats are, the pitcher will keep you in every single game. So if they're going to keep pitching like they are, score 4 runs and find a way to and see how many games you actually win.
Yep.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Lou, it got to be weird for Farhan, who now works for the Dodgers, to see the Giants actually being good.
Yeah, I think Farhan's like mush.
Like,
he goes there and they've had nothing but problems. They're not,
well,
it's amazing.
Is 35 still available?
Hold on here. I know.
He's going to put up the new thing.
Yeah, I'm going to put up.
Lou, and again, I like what Roop's been doing lately. I mean, for a 5th starter, he's pretty good, actually.
Yep.
And I have no clue what they're going to do with Verlander. That they're going to let Harrison pitch against the Dodgers. You're not just going to activate Verlander and pitch them in that final game. You can't do that.
There you go, guys. There's the updated one right there, Dallas.
All right.
Okay. Birdsong is available? Number
So
60.
38,
Yeah,
38 Robbie
54.
Ray.
Well,
You got
54 is Fred
Birdsong?
Warner. You could go there too.
Who? 54 is
I
who?
got,
Fred Warner.
Oh, Fred Warner.
yeah. I think we got to go 38 Robbie Ray.
Over Birdsong.
Oh, Birdsong's available?
60.
60. All right. I'm convinced. Birdsong it is.
He likes those
Let's
guys
see.
that remind him of Lincecum. 55. He's already got.
Yeah.
Let me text Eric. Or you're just going to put it in it'll go to Ibrahim. Just let him know that.
Yep.
you're
I
picking
just
60.
sent it. I put it in the chat, so. All right. It's sent. It's that easy, guys.
Yeah, exactly. That easy. Just boom, done. Dallas took number
38.
60. 60, right? You took 60?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you took 60. All right.
29 squares left is by my count here.
Wow. I think my favorite right there is 66
Hunter
and
Strickland.
67. Lumpy Los.
Uh,
Oh, it's
Well-
Hunter Strickland too. But it's Birdsong. It's kind of like it's 10 Casey Schmidt, right? And you got Johnny Lamaster wore it too.
Boo-hoo.
So did Evan Longoria, right?
66.
And Dan, if we can, I just want to give a shout out because I see Aaron talking about his favorite player, Hunter Strickland. I sort of forgot he was a Giant. But let's, guys, again, to help the chat out, bake that dough. Do not forget, bake that dough. And, help out Aaron and his wife. The cookies are phenomenal. You get 20% off ordering them. It'll be delivered to you before you know it. Maybe if you forgot to get your dad a square, maybe try to get some cookies and tell him it's on its way. So don't forget Aaron's great cookies bake dough.
I got something I got to show you here I just got to get this sent here to my you're going to have to check this out. This is pretty cool. This is Aaron was going to send. He won one of the autographed balls for
I saw this.
Casey Schmidt. And so let me see if I can put this up here for you guys. I thought this is pretty cool. He's going to put this on Casey Schmidt's or on his Instagram and tag Casey. Here it is coming up for you in about 5 seconds. Check that out. Look at that. Bake that dough. Got the Giants hat. There's the ball by Casey Schmidt signed.
I mean,
Right there.
Part of
I
the
can
great
appreciate-
giveaway on NorCal Sports Network.
That could be a giveaway. That
I
could be
can
a giveaway.
appreciate a good cookie, man.
Dang, I'm trying to look at those cookies, and that one on the left with the pink one. What's the one on the left there? I don't think I had that one. I don't think I got to taste that one. I see birthday
Yeah.
cake in the front. In the
This would
back,
not
I see
be
the
a-
red velvet with the looks like maybe the cinnamon or the snickerdoodle. I'm not sure what you call. Can't remember the name. But those ones right there on the left, you see the one with the pink? It's got the kind of the clear frost. Which one is that? I'm kind of starting to get a little hungry. Yeah, churro in the back there. This one's churro right there next to the red velvet, I believe. What's that one on the left, Aaron? I may have to order that one.
I,
That
Put it
one's,
on my
I
tab.
just gained 20 pounds looking at those, though, Dan.
that one's looking tempting. Ibrahim, those look amazing. Those would get Benji Molina out of retirement for backup catcher duty. I kind of want that one right there on that plate. What is it? Oh, new flavor, birthday cake concha. Concha. Do we say concha or concha? I bet it's
No, well, the
concha.
purple one is the strawberries and cream.
Ooh, right behind it.
The birthday
Right
cake, I believe, is right in front of the baseball. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, this is in front of the baseball is the birthday cake, but to the left or to the right of the baseball, or
Yeah, to the left is a strawberries and cream, Dan. Strawberries and cream.
Strawberries and cream and birthday cake. Now, do we pronounce that, guys, concha or concha? Is it concha?
I think it's
Oh, yeah.
concha.
I think it's concha. I think it's like, it was kind of like Cesari or Cesari. I guess Cesari. I was right. I always say Cesari. Say Cesari. You say Cesari. This is Johnny Cesari.
The one thing I did notice, even though it's a really tight strike, so at least the Giants were patient tonight and actually got a lot more walks than they normally do. It's interesting.
Yeah. Hey, did we do we have the Instagram where we can pull that up? I don't know how to do that on my computer. And Instagram. Let's look it up. Bake that dough. But I don't know why when I open up Instagram, I see some of the hottest looking chicks that just pop right up. What the heck is that? There it is. Bake that dough. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. There it is, guys. Look at that. Oh, hold on here. Let me pull this off here. I need to take the picture down. We're back up. There's the post on Instagram. It says bake that dough 22. What a blast tonight. Casey Schmidt, pound Casey Schmidt. It doesn't get any better than a grand slam. Some of our freshly baked cookies and an autographed ball of yours I got from Dan on NorCal Sports Network. We're rooting for you. Your friends at Bake That Dough. Nice, nice, nice. You're gonna have to send them some cookies up there to bake that dough. Bake that dough for the official cookie of the San Francisco Giants. Come on, let's get that. Let's get the Giants. Let's get those bake that dough on the club level. Huh? Right next to Tony's Pizza, section 223, right behind my old seats. Man, I'm kind of wishing I had my old seats back right now.
Dan, I actually went to the first Braves game on the Friday that they won with the wild pitch. I actually thought that was halfway funny. It was a Giants way to win.
Yeah. Drew, coach's IG feed. I don't even look at Instagram. I don't know. I may look at it like once every 2 or 3 months. I don't even know how to make a post on Instagram. I think I may have done it years ago, put post on it, but I don't really use it much. I'm more of a Twitter guy. Use a little bit of Facebook just to look at things, but I don't do much. But I would like to. Oh, look, I'm on there too. I'm on that page. I'm gonna have to check that out more. Wow. So Dan just texted you the Casey Grand Slam. Oh, okay. Cool. Let me look. Oh, it's on X. But it's on MLB and I can't play it. Shoot. I want to play it. Huh?
He got that one though.
Oh my gosh, he
do it immediately.
Well,
I mean,
Dallas, I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping he would get a base hit just because when you get that many walks, you better capitalize on it. So at least he did that.
that's his second of the year, homer.
Yeah,
First
he
was
hit the
Colorado.
he hit the one in Colorado that keyed the rally.
So tonight I was at a PTA meeting at my daughter's school, and it ran an hour long. I was hoping to get out of there. My first pitch, turn on the TV, watch the game, and I was there until 8:00. And I get out of the meeting, I get in my car, turn it on, the radio comes on, and bases loaded, Casey Schmidt at the plate, and boom! And right first pitch I heard, grand slam. And I was like,
Who was
That's
on the
a
call?
good guy.
Was it Miller or Fleming?
it was Kipe, I believe.
He was on the
he went over. I think they switched.
No, he was on the TV unless they did a simulcast.
No, it wasn't a simulcast, but when they have one guy on the radio, then they switch in the middle 3 innings.
Yeah, but Kuiper was on the TV.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, it was his call.
I don't know. It wasn't John Miller. It must have been Dave Fleming.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I think it was. Yeah. So that's who it
Well,
was.
Dallas, you have great timing.
Just
What's
have
that?
him play my loss. Casey,
Dallas,
refund my
you have great
revenue.
timing.
I'll
Yeah,
just
no,
tell
it's
him
perfect timing.
it's about. I lost $2,000 playing that blast.
I was in the parking lot, driving in the parking lot and yelling, yeah.
All right, you know what? Where's my producer? If I play it, I don't know how much we even. Let me see how much we make. It might be worth it. It might not. I have no
Well,
idea.
it depends on how much it is, Dan.
YouTube Studio. Let me see what our revenue is right now. Ooh.
Can you
Yeah,
can
Dan,
you just put on
don't do
ESPN
it.
version?
No, I can't put any version on.
How steep are we talking here, Dan?
I don't know. That's the whole thing. It's like 30. Could be about. It could be like $20-$30.
What about sfgiants.com?
No.
I don't.
Why
I
don't you
think
just
it's
call it, Dan? Why don't you just watch it and just call it, and then we can listen and imagine with our minds.
Oh man. Yeah. It's all.
Lou,
I know.
that's less
it
than
is.
what I
It's
have on
crazy.
the U.S. Open right now, so there's that.
It's like somebody give me a couple of super chats. give me about 3 $10 ones and I'll be covered, I think. I not only affect my pay, I affect other guys that that help with the channel, and I'm taking money out of it.
Like I said, just in general with the Giants, I'm happy right now, but I still don't think Melvin has any clue how to manage his bullpen. But hey,
Who said
that
that?
might just me in general. Melvin, I think, is doing okay. Just when it comes to the bullpen, he's not good.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot here, guys. Let me see if I can.
Oh boy, you're gonna get fined, Dan.
No, I'm not-
Yamamoto's
I'm gonna-
1-1 pitch.
All right, here we go. Let me pull it up here. Schmidt.
And I love Yamamoto's reaction.
Well, he slammed the glove down, Lou, because he knew where the ball was going as soon as the ball left the bat. So there's
Well,
that.
everybody in the park knew it. It was one of those that was a no doubter.
Although Lou, the
Like
Domus
Brian
home run,
Johnson homer.
Lou, the Domus home run surprised me mainly because that pitch was high and he went oppa with it.
Oppo, agree.
That pitch was low. It was right down at the bottom of the strike zone. He just golfed it out of here. All right, let's see if I can do this. Okay. Yamamoto looks in. He's set.
That was like taking a drive. That was like taking a
1-1
drive right
pitch.
over.
That ball's hit to deep left field. Forget it. It's a grand salami for Casey Schmidt. The Giants lead it 5-1. He just hit one halfway up the ravine. It is a no doubter. Casey Schmidt redeems himself from the day before. Giants lead it 5-1. Happy for this kid. What a majestic shot. There you go.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh, there we go. Oh, he just sent me the NBC Giants one. Yeah, but I still get dinged for anything that's baseball sucks. You could do, they just nail you for everything.
Well, they have no salary cap, Dan. That's how they're making their money back.
Jeez. Monster slam. That's right, Mark Graves. It was a monster slam. Oh, man. Yeah, my wife had just gone outside.
Lou, we won once in LA last year. We've equaled the one win.
Yeah. So she went outside tonight, and I told her what happened. So she says, "Oh, why didn't you call me?" I said, "Well, it's like too late. It's over." And so I rewound it for her, and so we watched it again. It's kind of cool, but yeah. So let's see. Do I have any more Casey balls, sign balls? I think I got. I'll have to get some more.
Those just went up in value.
A little bit.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's get out of here. Any final thoughts?
No, tomorrow night's another night game. Remember?
Yeah, I love it. I love the
7-10.
fact that it's a night game because I got stuff going on in the late afternoon. So
No, you're sweating the Pacers hard right now. I actually think it's going 7.
Oh, it's going 7 now.
I think it's 7. I don't know. Tonight was a tough one. It was tough because they had the TV showing the Giant game, and then I had my phone, and they were up, I think 5 with like 3:32 left.
Yeah.
Scored, 14-2.
Lou, they scored 17 in the fourth quarter. I looked at it. I was like, whoa.
That really hurt, man. The Pacers had it. First loss of the playoffs with Caitlin Clark at home in Indiana. They were 8-0 with her at the.
But the
Well,
Pacers,
I think what's amazing is neither team has lost consecutive games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's why, Lou, I don't think you're in as much trouble as people may assume.
It's
because
only $25, but at 125 to 1. So
that's an insane number, Lou.
Yeah.
Who'd you bet to win the U.S. Open, Lou?
I actually made 2 bets. I bet Rory not to make the cut, and he made it on the final hole today.
Ouch.
Oh, really?
It was
plus 235. I know.
Yeah, I got plus 285 a week ago. So I'm sort of counting money, and then it happens. I lost. I actually have on that.
I bet like 5 guys, and 3 of them are within 3 shots. I got Adam Scott, Lou, just chilling there, which makes me happy, and I got Ben Griffin.
There you go.
But that's the hardest golf course I've ever seen, though.
Reminds me of how the Olympic Club was when they hosted the U.S. Open. It's
this lady invented a whole new name here for rebounds. It's called the Me-bounds.
And I got Lou, one guy to win I got Victor Holland. He's my only guy, but I only got him for $10, but I got him at 45 to 1.
Well, Lou, I got a crazy long shot up there. I got Lawrence at 250 to 1, and he's plus 1.
Yeah, and so it's going to be strange because I still think somebody that we're not talking about top 5. I mean, the way the horse is playing. You shoot 200 both days, you got a chance to win it.
I don't think anyone's going to win this thing under par, though. So the way that court's playing, those guys are all going to be over par.
U.S. Open's always like that.
It's always like that.
It's always somebody. If you shoot 1 over or 1 under, you're like the champ a lot.
Yeah, because over and under is I think it was 286 was the total.
Yeah,
let's see. We got a dog in the background. Let's see. Is that hold on. Let me see this dog. I think I know. Is that a Boston Terrier? Wait. Is that a Boston Terrier?
Schnauzer. It's a Schnauzer.
Mini Schnauzer.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There's no dog.
Buster, come get the dog. Come here. There's Buster in his spot right there.
And there's always pressure when you're in the final group, right? And it's going to be tough. It'll be interesting tomorrow because they supposed to absolutely rain tonight.
That will stop in the greens, but Lou, it's supposed to have 20-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow.
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch.
A schnauzer.
And guys, if anyone's on the chat right now, I know me, Dan, are going to tell you, just in case you're busy tomorrow and everything, everybody have a safe and happy Father's Day.
Thanks, Lou. Everybody do that out there, and happy Father's Day on Sunday. But I think we got to do a show. I am a dog lover. We're going to have a show one of these days where we invite everybody on to bring their dog on the show, and we'll have a little dog contest, and we'll have a little vote, and maybe
I got two of them, Dan.
We can get Bake That Dough to sponsor that little segment with some cookies for the winning dog. The dog owner. Yeah, some cookies for the best looking dog out there.
Cats
Lou,
are useless.
if I get 2 more even par rounds of Adam Scott, he's probably going to win the tournament. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, he's been putting great. Wish you good luck.
Well,
we got to have Dog
Lou,
Day.
He's a veteran.
You know
The
what?
dog days of summer.
Summer, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. What is that? August it starts? Dog Days of Summer?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Coming in August, we will have a Dog Days of Summer show, and we're going to do you're going to have to bring your dog on the show, and we'll just fill up the screen with dogs. It'll be fun.
Sounds good. They could do their tricks for the camera.
Yeah, we'll see who has the most disciplined dogs. Who has the?
Dan, you probably enjoyed putting the giant hat above the Dodger hat. That probably felt good for you.
I just hope it stays up there a long time. I don't want to take it down tomorrow night.
I'm amazingly confident tomorrow, and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a screenshot of this so that I can remember it.
What the hats?
The hat.
That's what I'm saying, Dallas. Like, I didn't have it on the bingo card. We would be in first place this late into the season. That definitely is interesting.
Yeah, 12 over, man. It's beautiful. Mark Graves says he sees 4 dogs right now. Wow. Robbie, sorry to hear about your dog passing. Hey, I like that. That's a good
Dan Pucciamiglio.
Dan Pucciamiglio. That's actually, you know what? That's pretty clever because I was called Cooch growing up. Hey, Cooch. Yeah, I got to tell you, Cooch, because some people, say Coach. They say Coach Emilio. I got the funniest story for you guys. I went to Rick Barry's basketball camp in 1975. I was the year I turned summer I turned 14.
That's where you learned your free throw technique.
I could never shoot. I tried it, but it felt very weird.
The underhanded free throws didn't work for you, Dan?
What's that?
The underhanded free throws didn't work?
No, it did not work for me. I can make a few. I can make them, but it just wasn't, I had a pretty good stroke, just, overhand. But anyway, we would break up on teams, right? And we had coaches, high school coaches. My coach was from Bishop O'Dow in Oakland, so I had a pretty good coach that I got assigned to. And I had this one dude. He just is hilarious. He was this black guy, and he had this crazy high voice, and he was like, he could not call my name, and neither could the coach. Coach couldn't call Coach Emilio, so they just called me Guac. And this guy, Guacamole, he started calling me Guacamole. And so this other guy, I can't remember his name. It's been, over 45 years. He's like, hey, Guac, pass me the ball, Guac. Come on, Guac, pass the ball. And he's just yelling me Guac. And I'm like, so that was, certain things you remember in life that words that you never forget. I never told you guys my Dave Parker story on the air, have I?
Nope.
You guys never heard my Dave Parker story?
I don't think I have.
No, go
All right.
ahead.
Dave Parker, massive being, 6'5".
In the locker room.
In the locker room. I'm 18 years old. We have a radio station at Clayton Valley High School. I'm the sports director. I walk in there with my Panasonic little 2-push button for the recording, and I'm recording, guys. I talked to Greg Minton I talked to the manager Dave Bristol in his office. Greg Minton was super cool. He's like, "Hey, you want a beer?" I'm like, I really, I'm only 18. I just said no. I can't.
It's like Bochy.
But I go into the spread. The Pirates won the game in extra innings, and there's this big spread, and there's music going on. It was like this huge table with it looked like about a 25-foot long, sub that just was cut up. And so I'm like, this is my first time, in the locker room, in the clubhouse, I guess. So I'm walking around and I'm thinking, well, I don't want to walk over to the showers, So I'm over with the dressing area, and Dave Parker's got a towel around him. And, he's getting dressed. And I said, "Hey, Dave, you got a few minutes to get a word with you?" He goes, "Not right now, man. I'm all hot and my cock's sweaty." Exact words. Not right now, man. It's hot. My cock is sweaty. I'll never forget the words of that. It's just like, I'm like,
No.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
And however many times he said that, everybody else has the same memory burned into their brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Parker with a sweaty cock. Yeah. Oh, geez. But it was just like, I mean, what?
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. It's just like, it's like, okay, who do I go to next? But then I think I went over to the Giants later, and then they were just kind of like, it's just kind of really subdued. They're just getting dressed, talking, they weren't that good. It was like 1979?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they weren't so good in the late 70s, from what I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, let's get out of here, guys. We'll do it again tomorrow night. Lou, let's see that shirt one more time. Meet Dick. He's a Dodger fan. Meet Dick. He's a Dodger fan. Don't bend down a little bit. A little lower. Oh, the chair's falling over. Don't be a dick, it says. As Lou's chair falls over.
That's old school. I appreciate that.
Chair. There we go. Oh, it was the mic fell over and the computer. Everything fell over.
Yep.
All right, Lou, I think you're muted. Give us your final.
Yeah, no problem. It just said, meet Dick. Dick's a Dodger fan, and on the back, don't be a dick.
There we go. Love it.
Lou,
all right. Close us out, Lou. What's your final thoughts for the Giants and tomorrow night?
You know what? Tonight they showed their contenders. And I think earlier in the week we said, hey, are the Giants contenders or pretenders? They basically showed up tonight, and ESPN and the rest of the West knows they're contenders. So, we're going to see how it's going to go. And hopefully it's a game tonight where it shows that, hey, we're right there. Hopefully Buster can do something to take us over the top.
All right. Well, great having everybody on. Johnny and Dallas, thanks for being here. We'll do it again tomorrow night. And
I got something for you, Dan.
Thanks for getting that square. Keep getting them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got something else?
Shohei Ohtani.
0 for 4, 2 Ks, $700 million.
That's
So far, I don't know.
Let me hear that voice again. I'll pick who that was. Don't tell me who it is.
Shohei Ohtani.
Is that Trump?
That's Trump when they went to the White House after the World Series.
Yeah. I was like, that's not awesome. First, I thought it was Mad Dog because it was kind of high. And then I thought, no, that wasn't Mad Dog. All right, guys.
Yep.
Giants win it. He puts himself right up there in the top 2-3 maybe for Cy Young. It's still early, but he is having a heck of a season. And, of course, NorCal friend of the show of NorCal Sports Network, Casey Schmidt, hits a majestic blast, 444 feet. What was the launch angle? 33 degrees? Something like that. Beautiful shot. I mean, that was one of those shots that looked like you just hit it off the tee and it landed right on the green. Perfect. Is Chardall coming in? Oh, there he is. Hey, Chardall. It's always, without fail, he comes in. Unbelievable. We'll send you the link, but we'll be gone. Hey, everybody.
Unbelievable.
See you tomorrow. Wait, hold on first. I'm going to have to kill the music before it goes on again. It goes on a loop. And I will kill the show here in just a minute. Let me just get rid of the music. You know what? No, I'll kill the music. We could put something else on. Do we have anything else? Like what else?
Yeah, and it probably puts you in a good mood.
Let's see. What else do we got?
Beat LA.
No, that's the best thing in all for.
Oh, I think this is one Eric maybe put on here. All right, guys, we're going to close it out. We'll leave you with a little metal.